What is up, my buttery biscuits? In today's video, I'm going to be talking way fast than usual only because I'm super hungry right now. And I'm like, let me hurry up and get through this video. Let me go ahead and wipe off this makeup because I'm ready to grub right now. As you guys can tell by the title of today's video, it is going to be my anti-haul. As you guys know, I do one every single month. This is basically just a list of products that I'm not going to be purchasing and why. The reasoning I feel like is just it varies. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some of the things it's just too expensive. Some of the things I have something to like it, too similar to it, or maybe some things I just don't like, or maybe I just don't like the brand. Do you know what I mean? I do want to say, speaking of which, I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen anything from Morphe. The last time I talked about Morphe, they were coming out with like an SPF spray that I wanted to try. Just to update you guys on that, I did not pick that up. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if I ever go to Ulta, and it's like, because I do see a lot of Morphe stuff inside like the Ulta, did I say Sephora, the Ulta clearance section. If that's there, I'm gonna try it out, just so you guys know. If you guys have tried it out, can you guys let me know if that SPF spray, is it like really dewy, or like does it help keep your makeup on? Because I feel like every single SPF makeup spray is really dewy, and I don't like that. I need something matte. Anyways, y'all, let me shut up. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Make sure you guys click down below. Head over to my second channel. That's my travel channel with my brother. Go show some love over there. I would really appreciate that. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. If you guys did not check back on my channel, I do have new makeup videos. I have a review of the Fenty Eavesdrop Stick, and I do have a review of the brand new Makeup by Mario Concealer. So I finally do have reviews. I'm like super excited to get back into reviews because I really miss it. And I'm just like, for the longest time, I let like the views hold me back. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, why am I going to do work on stuff when like nobody watches it? But then I did the James Charles Painted review, and I'm like, wait, why is everybody telling me to do reviews again? I'm getting so confused. So let me just go ahead and give it a go. I'm gonna try for the next couple months to do more reviews, and then if you guys like it, I'll go ahead and keep it up. And if you guys don't like it, then I won't keep it up. So anyways, let me shut up and let's go ahead and get into this anti-haul. For the first product right here is Rhode Beauty. She is coming out with a new strawberry glaze, which is actually a collaboration with Krispy Kreme. Now, I do want to say, first of all, I think that this is, okay, I kind of like Krispy Kreme. I kind of like in between. I'm like, it's not like my favorite donuts because some of them taste fake, but then some of them are good. But I want to say this just doesn't make any sense. She's just over here holding a Krispy Kreme box, and then obviously you have the strawberry donuts because this is meant to taste like a strawberry donut, I guess, this lip balm right here. One, I'm like, where's the Krispy Kreme on the packaging? That I just don't get. Maybe it comes in like a Krispy Kreme component, and it's just not shown right here in this picture. But I don't know. I'm just like, $16 for a lip balm. You know how I am. You guys know that I'm always raving about my Vaseline, my little tiny lip Vaseline that's actually pink too. I'm wearing it right now. I mean, my lips are naturally this color, but it does add like a little pinkness to it. You know what I mean? And that's only $1. And I feel like that really hydrates my lips. So I would not be spending $16 on this. And on top of that too, am I tripping? Or does this seem like the most out of left field collaboration for Hailey Bieber? Like, I don't know. I don't even know why. I don't picture Hailey Bieber to even go to Krispy Kreme. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know too much about her. Like, maybe she is a fast food girly. Maybe she is a junk food girly. I really don't know. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Maybe this sounds a little bit rude, but I don't know. She's just never had any type of appeal to me. Like, I'm just like, she's just kind of boring. Anyways, y'all, $16 for the strawberry glaze Rhode times Krispy Kreme. I just would not be getting it. Although, I do like strawberry scented stuff. And maybe this does taste good on the lips, but I'm not spending $16 on a lip balm. Next up on the list here, y'all, we have Guerlain. Okay, first of all, I am tripped out that we are not out of August yet, and we are talking about a holiday collection. This is their holiday 2023 collection. So if I do talk about this again in like December, I apologize because I'll probably forget by then. But I'm just really tripped out that we're already talking about holiday stuff, and it's literally August. But not only that, this to me, I am so sorry. If you guys like this, good for you. Okay, that's good for you. But I hate this. Like, this is so ugly. I hate the packaging to this. I hate the color story. I don't like any of it. I think that it's very tacky. For some reason, this color story on the palette is literally giving me like Gryffindor meets Slytherin vibes, and I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of this, like, whatsoever. And y'all know that Guerlain is really expensive. The prices are not listed right here, but it's expensive. I just know it. And I'm just like, I don't know. I do want to say, like, kudos to them for trying something a little bit different than the standard, like, holiday colors of just, like, green and red. Obviously, they did switch it up here with, like, a little plum and green. Maybe that's actually a burgundy, but it's just reading plum on picture. I don't really know. But either which way, y'all, I'm so sorry. But this color story together on the eyes is just not going to be cute. Like, let's just go ahead and keep it real. If you are mixing a plum with a gold and a green, it's not gonna be so cute. You know what I mean? I'm sure you can work it out. Like, say, for example, if you were to like use the plum and then the gold and then maybe put a touch of the green at the bottom. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. I just don't like it. Point blank, period. I don't like this whole entire collection from the packaging down to the color stories. It's a no. Here we have another eyeshadow palette right here. This is the brand new Major Dimensions 3 matte eyeshadow palette from Patrick Ta. Now, I did review Patrick Ta before on my channel. I don't remember which palette I have. It's the rosy toned one. And I do want to say his eyeshadows are actually really, really good. I feel like the packaging for the price is a little bit cheap feeling. It feels like a cheap plastic rather than like a heavy plastic, but his actual quality is good. The reason why this is on my anti-haul list is because I have I'm not exaggerating, at least probably 20 palettes like this, similar to the color story. Now, with that being said, if I did not have a neutral tone, like everyday type of all matte palette like this, then this is actually something that I would get, definitely. I do feel like everybody out there needs this color story right here inside their kit, or even if you're just an everyday girl who puts on a little bit of makeup, this right here has every tone that you need. I do feel like this is a perfect color story. I feel like this is actually really, really good for freelance makeup artists out there. A good essential like neutral tone palette that goes from light to dark. I feel like this is really beautiful, but I just have way too many palettes like this. And also, I do want to say, I feel like I have overcome my need to purchase so many eyeshadow palettes. As you guys know, I said before, this was maybe about 2 years ago. I want to say I had close to like 150 eyeshadow palettes. I threw away so many, gave away so many, and I'm like, I probably have it down to like 50 now because I'm like, what am I doing with all these eyeshadows? Like, I just don't need this. I don't freelance anymore. I don't do my makeup like that anymore. Like, it's just, why do I have all of this? And I'm really, really proud of myself because I told you guys before, the whole reason why I even got into makeup is eyeshadow. If you guys look at my Instagram, take a look at all my makeup looks that I do, it's all focused around eyeshadow. That was my first love of makeup, but I really have gotten over it now, only because I feel like every single color story has been done. Obviously, don't get me wrong, there are some palettes that like really catch my eye. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I really would like to buy that, but I refrain from buying them only because I'm like, why am I gonna waste money on this? I'm not even gonna use it. I'll probably use it twice and then it's gonna sit there. Do you know what I mean? But needless to say, this right here is on my anti-haul list, obviously, because I wouldn't buy it. I have just way too many of them. But if you guys are looking for a neutral tone palette, I can definitely tell you that Patrick Ta's eyeshadow quality is really, really good. And I do like that there are cream bases in there because you just put on the base, stack on top of it. It blends out really, really easily. I definitely do have to say, though, in my personal opinion, I prefer the P. Louise bases rather than his bases. I did find that they do tend to crease a little bit, but if you pack a lot of shadow on top of it, then it will stay in place. Overall, his eyeshadows they're good, but yeah, I just won't buy that because I literally have that color story. Anyways, next up, we have another eyeshadow palette right here. This color story, I'm just like, no. It's an immediate no. This right here is the Natasha Denona Need a Nude palette. And y'all, this is $69. As you guys know, I've actually never even tried a Natasha Denona. Well, I've tried a Natasha Denona palette before because actually one of the girls I used to work with used it and swore by them. And I've used it, but I've never bought one. So I don't have one of my own. I do have a little quad that I did get in, or maybe it's not even a quad. I don't know. They passed it out in BoxyCharm. But y'all know I canceled BoxyCharm. I was like, what am I doing paying for this? Like, it was kind of a ripoff. Anyways, this color story right here, y'all, it's a no. It's just not my vibe. It's just not it. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know, a little too monotone for me. Maybe it's just the pictures. Maybe I have to see it in person. But from what I'm seeing right here, I'm just like, no. There's a couple shimmer shades in there that I like. And there is that bottom left shade and the top, the second to the right, that shade right there is pretty. But that's about it. I don't really like this palette, especially $69. I'm like, oh. Yo, oh my gosh, did you guys check out my Pat McGrath video? And I was just like, oh my god, girl, we are tired. It's the same old thing. I've been seeing forum after forum about Pat McGrath, and so many people agree with me, and it's so crazy because when I first made a video about did I say Patrick Ta? I meant Pat McGrath. I don't know, I'm getting a little twisted today in my brain. I'm like, what's going on? I forgot what I said, but I meant to say Pat McGrath, y'all. Literally, I was like, wait, let me take a stop here, because did I say Patrick Ta? Or maybe it's just talked about Patrick Ta. But anyways, y'all, I keep on seeing forum about Pat McGrath, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, we are so tired of the same old thing. So I'm like, oh girl, I did a video months ago, maybe even a year ago, that I'm just like, oh my gosh, is she in for flop era? And so many people were mad at me over that. And I'm like, I know that within the makeup space, obviously Pat McGrath is really idolized because she is so talented, but girl, at the same time, we got to keep it real and say, like, when her stuff is getting stale, it's getting stale. You know what I mean? Next up on the list, we have a new collection right here from Spectrum Brushes, or Spectrum Collections, and this is the Stitch collection. I do want to say, if you guys love Stitch, the packaging is really cute. That makeup bag is really cute. You guys know stuff like this just isn't for me, obviously. I'm in my 30s. Do you know what I mean? This is not something I'm going to use. I even told you guys before that I just don't even like brushes that have colored tips like that. I don't know why. Like I've always been that way ever since I was even younger. I was like, I don't like these types of brushes. I've always felt like within my experience that every brush that I use that has like a, I don't know, like a pink tip or something. You know what I mean? It's just not good quality. I've never tried Spectrum, so I cannot speak on their quality, but I don't know. I just don't like that stuff. I don't know. It just looks too kiddie to me. It looks like it's like, I don't know. It looks like it belongs in like a kid's like makeup toys. You know what I mean? And I just don't like it. I do have to say though, it is really cute if you guys like Stitch. The packaging is really cute. It's like things like this that I feel like I would get for a friend or something because they like that character. Do you know what I mean? But as far as me for myself, I wouldn't get it, the whole collection. The makeup bag is cute though, but yeah, I don't. Once again, y'all know I love Baby Yoda, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I do have a Baby Yoda makeup bag that I use on the regular. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm not gonna. And you know what? It is very like mellow too. I think my sister got it for me from Box Lunch. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. It was a gift. You know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, this is just a no for me. I don't like it. Y'all, we have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I do apologize, but here we have the new Quad, which is the Private Rose Garden from Tom Ford. There is no price listed on this, but you guys already know with Tom Ford, it's gonna be insanely priced. Now, I have said it again. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I hate that they put these little brushes in there and those little applicators. Like, nobody uses those. I know nobody uses those. I think that it looks so cheap. If you're going to be a high-end luxury brand, stop doing that. Like, really stop doing that. I feel like it just really makes it look cheap. And when I look at it, it's so crazy because I think like, okay, you have to have money to be buying a quad that probably costs $70. And then you have these like cheap little applicators. It's kind of like, just make these shadows a little bit bigger to take up the space in the palette, or just make it a quad and call it a day. I don't know. But I do have to say, you guys know I love these types of tones right here. But then obviously I have so many tones like this. I never, ever would spend this much money on a quad. Especially like, y'all know Tom Ford prices is just insane. Anyways, next up on the list, we have a new product from Jacqueline Cosmetics. This right here is the glazed luminizers. And basically these are like a balm. And they are available in 5 different shades. And you guys know how I am. I just don't really wear highlighter. Like, this is me on an everyday here, a little bit of bronzer. And then I do use a little bit of a lighter powder. I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, or normally I'll use the Lunar Beauty Outer Dimension Face Palette. Like, I like a very natural, lit from within type of highlight. These are probably going to be a little bit too intense for me. But also, I did want to mention, have you guys been catching up with all the Jaclyn Hill stuff? Like, oh my gosh, y'all. I just feel like it's one thing after another with Jaclyn Hill, and I'm just wondering how she gets so much support still. Like, I really, like, y'all, like, let's keep it real. I know that, like, James Charles had his issue and Jeffree Star had his issue and, you know, all these things, but I'm like, continuously throughout the years, Jaclyn Hill just, oh, it's one bad thing after another, and seeing all the Marlene Estelle stuff, and then now there's, like, Jen Gerard stuff, and then obviously the Caitlyn Cozy stuff, and it's just, like, one thing after another, y'all. The Morphe drama, the, her whole lipstick gate drama. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just so many things with her. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this girl is woo. But it's crazy to see that she's actually still coming out with product. But obviously, as you guys know, she is closing her other lines. So I'm wondering what's left in store for her makeup brand. As I did tell you guys before, I was sent one of her, oh my gosh, what was it? It was like a blush and bronzer duo. Shout out to Renelle Smith. She sent that to me. And I told you guys, I really do like that formula. I do have to say that that formula was really, really good, if I'm being quite honest. Y'all, we have another eyeshadow palette right here. This one, I am so sorry. This actually says that it's available in Europe. I don't know if it's going to make its way to America, but it says it's available now in Europe. This is just so ugly to me. This is the Urban Decay Metal Mania, and I don't know, I just don't like it. I like the first half of it up until that like purple shade, and then far to the right, I'm just like, no, I don't know. I just don't like it. Honestly, on top of that too, I just feel like Urban Decay is just so blah. I don't know. I feel like I've been saying that for a long time now, that I feel like their eyeshadows have just not done it for me. There was one palette that I was like, oh my gosh, I actually liked. I didn't buy it, but I was really surprised that I liked it, because for the most part, I'm just like, no, I don't like this. I don't know. And then on top of that too, I just feel like, I don't know, start coming out with different products then. Do you know what I mean? Because you know that Urban Decay has so many eyeshadow palettes, so why keep on coming on with them? Do you know what I mean? Just let it go. Anyways, y'all, that is actually it for the end of the list. That is it for my month's anti-haul. We are getting into holiday season, so we're going to have a lot of makeup releases coming up soon. So we will definitely be doing more anti-hauls. I'll probably do 2 in December, maybe 2 in November as well. We will see when that time comes. But for right now, make sure you guys let me know what products you plan on not purchasing. Make sure you guys let me know the reason why. Are you guys going to try out the Jaclyn Hill products? Do you guys still support Jaclyn Cosmetics? Because I'm really curious to know if her brand is still thriving. I'm really curious about that. So let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.